Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2, Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we recruited Samara the Justicar. She is now aboard the Normandy, which means it is time for another round of squad member chats. But before we do that, let's see, do we have any unread messages? Let's see. Oh, hello, okay. Glad you're okay, from Kate Bowman. This was, the only Kate I remember, it was the lady on the asteroid. She had the really dodgy boss who was like, oh yeah, Katie, and it's like, I don't think she likes being called Katie. Why are you behaving in this way towards her, sir? That's weird. From Kate Bowman. Shepard, I called in some favours and found out how to get you and what you're working on. We've got a big celebration planned for the anniversary of you and the others saving Terra Nova. Last year we added a memorial for you too. I guess that was premature, huh? I figure finding out who's attacking colonies is why you had to go undercover, so I won't invite you to come give a speech or anything. But I wanted you to know that all of us living on colonies are worried about what's happening in the Terminus systems. And I'm really glad you're there to help. There's a lot of crazy military talk going around. I'm glad someone's there who's not going to take the easy way out. Thanks, Kate Bowman. Okay, hello. Good to hear from you again. Oh, I don't even need to question who this is. I remember Lorik Keene. A Fly in the Ocean, from Lorik Keene. Commander Shepard, I've come to have a lot of balls in flight, as you humans say. It was brought to my attention that you're still around, working on something secret. Frankly, I hope that whatever you do keeps you far away from Noveria this time, but if you must come back and, upset the fruit cart, let me know, and I'll clear a path for you for old time's sake. A pleasure as always, Lorik Keene, Administrator, Port Hanshan. So he got a promotion. Good for him. Excellent. Thank you again from Martin Burns. Oh, yep, I remember this. I remember the biotics taking a guy hostage on a ship. Yeah, the last I heard, I think he had agreed to make reparations for the L2 implant. I think he had agreed to that. From Martin Burns, Commander Shepard, Udina said this would reach you. I wanted you to know that I haven't forgotten what you did for me the day those crazy biotics took me hostage. You talked them down and you got me off that ship alive. I won't lie to you, I took this job for the pull and the power. I saw the biotics issue as a stepping stone, something good to put on my resume, and I was wrong. We all serve humanity in our own way. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to see to it that humanity reaches its potential with a minimum of bloodshed. I'm getting letters of thanks from L2 Biotics who just received their reparations. Those letters should really be coming to you. I just thought you should know. Good luck. I've taken some political heat, so I don't know that any offer to help you would ever be useful, but if you need me, I won't let you down. Martin Burns, Chairman, Subcommittee for Transhuman Studies. Hey, excellent. And you changed my life, from Jert? Oh, okay, I was going to say that name doesn't sound familiar. From Jert. Greetings, Commander Shepard. Liara Tassoni gave me your contact information. I was one of the cleaning crew in the Dantius Towers. You helped get me out of there. According to Tassoni, you also found Thane. He took down some of the Eclipse mercs trying to gun us down, and I wondered if you could pass along my thanks. The way he moved. One was dead before they even knew he was there. He snapped another's neck, then shot a third, all in the space of a few heartbeats. It was incredible. He moved like a dancer, grace and power in constant motion. Seeing him changed my life, woke up something in me I don't fully understand yet. I don't know what I'm going to do, but Solarian lives are too short to waste as custodians, especially when there's so much else out there. I'm going to find something that lets me capture what I saw in him. That beauty, that aesthetic perfection. I'm also going to buy some nice clothes, so if you could tell him that, or just whatever parts of that you think appropriate, I'd appreciate it. Sincerely, I'll get you some nice clothes. get you some nice clothes that mean you are beautiful and aesthetically perfect. Do it, do it. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. I enjoyed especially the first 3 letters. The last one was lovely, but the first 3, I do like when we get updates as to, you know, things we did in the first game. I really enjoy that. Now then, let's start with you.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
I just read them.
I don't know what to feel about Grunt. My psych reports refer Oak here. We have no guarantees that Grunt is mentally stable. I get the feeling he just doesn't care about anything, including who lives or dies.
Madam, you might be worried about Grunt being mentally stable. Are you not concerned whether Naomi is mentally stable? To be honest, I think the most mentally unstable member of the crew is probably stood right in front of you right now. Naomi isn't doing well, but how are the crew?
Is there anything I should know?
Morden would like to speak with you over in his tech lab. Jack would like to see you down in her hidey hole on the engineering deck. Grunt seems very anxious, pacing down in the cargo hold. You might want to check in on him. Anything else, Commander?
Okay, good stuff. A fair few companion quests. Excellent.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
But apparently we don't have time for you because it doesn't look like there's anything new here.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Okay, now I probably should go speak with Joker. Naomi probably doesn't want to, but I should go.
Appointment with Shaira in 3 months. I can't wait.
We're flying into the eye of the storm, and you're thinking about some Asari prostitute?
Hey, watch it. It's not like that at all. She's... You won't understand unless you meet her.
Okay, one, don't refer to Shaira as an Asari prostitute. That's demeaning. But 2, I'm glad to see that Shaira has still got her business going after the kerfuffle on the Citadel. You can't call it a kerfuffle. You can't do that. You can't call Sovereign attempting to take control of the Citadel a kerfuffle. The fracas, there we go, that makes it sound fancy. After the fracas on the Citadel, I'm glad to see that Shaira is still operating her business. That's good. Now then, hello.
So, Commander, even your Asari are trained killers? Get everyone at the same store or something?
Yeah, how are things?
I assume everything's going well up here?
This thing wants to fire me over a joke. Okay, I said I'd flash the AI core, but I was kidding. And we'd only lose a few systems. Nosy ones.
To clarify, human resources adjustments are not actually under my authority.
Then why? Why are you always picking on me?
My replies were intended to provoke, though not to cause distress. Your reactions are atypical of most humans. You are interesting.
Oh. Would Naomi care about this? Naomi doesn't like Joker. To say she doesn't like him is an understatement. She thinks he is scum and she despises him. She absolutely hates Joker. So if Edie's manipulating him, who the fuck cares, really? That's who does Naomi dislike more, Joker or Edie? From Naomi's perspective, Joker joined a terrorist group to progress his career, marking him as the ultimate scumbag. Edie, to be fair, if Edie was on any other ship, if she was a part of any other system, Naomi wouldn't have anything to say about her. Naomi would probably get along with her real well. It's just the fact that she's on this ship and she's sending reports back to the elusive man. If she wasn't doing that, then Naomi would like Edie just fine. I don't think she really cares. If Edie's manipulating Joker, good. It means that I'm gonna say that sentence again. If Edie is manipulating Joker, good, because it means that Edie isn't manipulating Naomi.
I don't want to hear another word about anything except standard duty. Am I clear?
Of course, Shepard.
Joker, clear?
Yeah. I can't believe this.
I can. I believe this 100%.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Now then, I was asked in the comments section, so I'm going to be honest, I've got a lot to say. And I'm not entirely sure how long this is going to take me. I'm going to preface this whole thing I've got, and I'm going to preface this by saying these are just my opinions. These are just my opinions. I am not saying this like I am stating facts, or like, oh, if you have a different opinion, you're fucking stupid. Meh. Like, no. If you have a different opinion, fine. A-okay. I have no opinions on your opinions. I am simply stating my own opinions. That is all I am trying to do here, okay? So, I was asked in the comment section, why does Naomi treat Joker so differently from Garrus and Chakwas? Because Garrus, Chakwas, and Joker, they all joined Cerberus to be with Naomi. Yet Naomi treats Garrus and Chakwas really well. And she, as I said, she views him as the ultimate scumbag. She views Joker as a terrible, despicable, awful person. So why? Why is that? If they all joined because of her, why does she treat Joker so differently? And as I said a few minutes ago, it's because she believes that Joker joined Cerberus to progress his career. That is why she treats him so differently, because that to her, that's what he said. That's what he said. If you remember one of the first conversations he had, the 2 years that you've been gone sucked because the Alliance grounded me. Cerberus gave me the opportunity to fly, so hell yeah, I joined up with them. If he had said, oh, the last 2 years you've been gone sucked because I missed you and your death hit me really hard and this, that, and the other, and I was in a really vulnerable place, and then Cerberus gave me this opportunity, Naomi would be saying, oh my god, those bastards manipulated him. They manipulated him. Oh my god. However, Joker has never connected joining Cerberus and Naomi. He's never connected that to her. His connection has always been joining Cerberus and the Alliance grounding him. With Garrus and Chakwas, well, to be fair, with Garrus, we asked him to be here. That would be rather shitty. Hey, will you come join me? Why are you here? Fuck you. Like, that's rather psychotic. And with Chakwas, literally the first thing she said, I didn't join Cerberus, I joined you. Chakwas made it abundantly clear that she is only here because of us. Joker has never made that distinction to Naomi, and Naomi has no reason to not believe him. If he says he joined Cerberus because they let him fly, then she's going to say, okay, I believe you, and you've just said something really shitty. As I keep saying, joining ISIS because they let you drive a car is fucked up. That's really fucked up. And Joker said, he said that. That's what he said. Now, as I have been told in the comments section many, many times, that isn't why Joker did it. He joined because of Shepard. However, he has issues with being sincere. He hides behind comedy, this, that, and the other. He was just making a joke. Okay, I get it. Unfortunately, Naomi does not have access to the comments section. Naomi can only respond to what she sees and experiences in the game. And Joker made a really bad joke that she doesn't know is a joke. She has no reason to think he was joking when he said that. And now I'm running into an issue with the game, because the game is saying, hold up, Joker and Shepard are friends. Therefore, Shepard should be able to say, oh, I know you really well, you're my friend, clearly you're hiding something. Clearly there is something not quite right here, you would never do that, I know you, I know your personality, you would never do this. Clearly, there is something more to this, because Joker and Shepard are friends. I am saying that Joker and Naomi are not friends. They never were friends. Naomi's opinions of Joker at the end of Mass Effect 1 were that she respected him. She respected him a lot because he was exceptional at his job. He kicked ass. He kicked ass at the fracas on the Citadel. He kicked ass in that. She respected him a lot for being so good at his job. But she didn't really like him. She didn't hate him. She just didn't like him. She was completely neutral towards him. He was a respected co-worker. But that's it. She wouldn't invite him out to drinks. If she was going out clubbing with her friends, she wouldn't invite Joker to go with her. If they were out and they happened to see him at a bar, then maybe she'd say, oh, you know, there's Joker all on his own. Maybe we can see if he wants to drink with us for a bit. But she wouldn't go out of her way to invite him to some event, if that makes sense. She respected him. She didn't like him. They were not friends. And as such, Naomi does not know this man's personality. She does not know that he hides sincerity behind jokes. She has no idea about any of that. From her perspective, it's like, A, you're telling me that you joined Cerberus to progress your career. I have no reason not to believe you when you're saying that, so I'm gonna believe you. And you have to deal with the consequences of that, because you've just said something really fucked up. Now, here's the thing. I could see an argument being made for, well, why can't Naomi reason that out? Why can't Naomi reason out that Joker is not being 100% honest? Because here's the thing. If he had just wanted to join Cerberus to progress his career, that's real odd. That's real odd. Because he was the best pilot in the Alliance, hands down, or one of their top pilots. If he got grounded and he just wanted to fly, why did he sit about doing fuck all for 2 years? Why do that? He could have joined up with a mercantile faction or a mercenary group. Hell, we know that space tourism is a thing. He could have flown space cruise ships if he really wanted to. If he had just wanted to fly, he could have done any of that. Those companies would have given their right arm to have one of the Alliance's top pilots flying their ships. They would have done a boatload to get him on their staff. So if it was just a matter of he wanted to fly, then why did he sit around doing fuck all for 2 years? That's odd. That's suspicious. And I think that Naomi is capable of that degree of reasoning. I don't think she's a moron. I don't think that at all. She is more than capable of being like, that's weird. The issue is that her fatal flaw is her hatred of Cerberus blinds her to everything. Her hatred of Cerberus makes her incapable of rational thought, emotional regulation. Like, she is struggling so much right now. She is struggling so damn much because her hatred of Cerberus comes before everything. And so that degree of rational thought of like, hold up, he did nothing for 2 years. That's weird. Why didn't he become a cruise ship driver? Like, what's this about? Like that. She's incapable of that degree of thought. Her only thought is that he made a joke about joining the people who killed 50 of my friends. To be blunt, the banter they've got going on, from Naomi's perspective, I think she's going, you're so funny, Joker. Ha ha ha. You're so funny. Oh, do you remember that real funny joke you told me when we met up again? What was it? Oh yeah, hell yeah, I joined Cerberus. Hell yeah, I joined the people who killed 50 of your friends. That's so fucking funny. Ha ha ha. Like, that's where Naomi is coming from. That's where Naomi is coming from when she's bantering with Joker. It's not real. It's like I'm almost losing it. I'm almost losing it type of thing. And Joker may not know. Joker may not know Naomi's background with Cerberus. But he absolutely knows everything that went on in Mass Effect 1. If Joker doesn't know about her beef with Cerberus, I don't think that Naomi cares. I don't think that Naomi cares. He saw everything that went on in Mass Effect 1. He knows exactly what Cerberus is capable of. Even if he doesn't know that they killed 50 of her friends, he said, hell yeah, I'm joining this terrorist organization. That's fucked. That's fucked. Naomi, her hatred comes first and foremost. Her hatred, it stops so many processes that she could do. And that's why. That's why she treats Joker so differently. She has no reason to think that he's hiding something, and she is incapable of reasoning that there was probably something more to this. All she knows is that he said, hell yeah, I joined a terrorist organization, and he seemed quite proud of that. She has no reason to believe that there is anything more to that. That's why she treats him so differently. If she was aware, if he did come forward and say, hey, yeah, actually, I joined because of you, this, that, and the other, to be honest, I think that Naomi would be more touched by Joker doing that than by Chakwas. Because she and Chakwas were friends in Mass Effect 1. They got on really well. Naomi kind of latched onto Chakwas as a surrogate mother figure. But as I said, Joker was just a respected colleague, no more, no less. And Naomi considers Cerberus, she considers that walking into hell. If you join Cerberus, you are literally walking into hell. And so the idea of, you know, I didn't consider you my friend, I don't really know you, and yet you felt so strongly about this, about me, that you would willingly walk into hell for someone who only considered you a work colleague. I think that Naomi would be so touched by that. I think she'd cry. I think she'd cry upon learning that. That this almost stranger would go so far because of her. I think she'd be deeply touched, but she doesn't know that. All she knows is that he said he was happy to join a terrorist group because it progressed his career, and I have no reason to think there is anything more to that. So I am going to treat him as such. Now, I kind of want to speak a little bit about an issue I'm having with the game, because I am having an issue with the game. I don't enjoy feeling like I'm bashing my head against a wall to roleplay a character in the way that I want to roleplay them. And I never felt that way with Mass Effect 1. It's very clear that with Mass Effect 2, they decided they wanted a more set character. I think with Mass Effect 1, there were so many times where the player could give an opinion for Shepard. What is Shepard's opinion on this matter? I think an extremely good example would be when Shepard was made into a Spectre, I think. And everyone's congratulating them, and then there's Udina being like, yes, this will be very beneficial for humans, politician, 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 and then he pisses off. And you could have Shepard say like, oh, well, like, I'm sure he works hard, like, it's not his fault, he's such an asshole. Then the middle option was like, I don't care about this. And then the third one was, what do you expect? He's a politician, he eats ass. He sucks ass, I hate him. I think if that cutscene were in Mass Effect 2, I don't think we'd have the ability to say what Shepard thought about it, to be very honest. I think that Shepard would just give a witty one-liner, and that'd be it. It's very clear that they've decided that they wanted more of a set protagonist, for Shepard to have more set relationships and opinions and this, that, and the other. And that is rather frustrating to me. Here's the thing, I don't necessarily mind playing a set character. Take Life is Strange 1 and 2. I had a lot of fun role-playing as Max and Sean. I had a lot of fun role-playing them because even though they were set characters, they had very interesting personalities and very interesting ways of looking at situations and at life in general. The issue I'm having with Shepard is the set personality they've gone for is so generic. Shepard is extremely generic. And again, I'm just saying, this is my opinion. This is simply my opinion. If you think that Shepard is the most complicated, unique protagonist in any video game ever, that's great. I'm happy for you. I don't view it that way. I am not saying that my opinion is right and your opinion is wrong. That is simply my viewpoint of this game, okay? I just think that Shepard is so generic, so boringly generic. Like, if you swapped out generic sci-fi protagonist number 39, if you swapped Shepard for them, would the game be in any way different? And I don't think it would. I don't think that Shepard has done or said anything remotely unique or clever or done anything really that I'm like, oh yeah, that's Shepard. That's Shepard right there. And I just find it very frustrating. The things that are frustrating me the most, to be honest, it's Chakwas and Joker. Because I don't believe either of their relationships. Chakwas works for Naomi. It works for Naomi. Something I've done pretty much since I started playing D&D in my early 20s. I've sort of been... How do I put this? How do I explain this? I've been doing sort of downtime with my characters. In D&D, when you travel from, one location to another, if it's a long journey and there's really nothing there, the DM will tend to say, okay, what is your downtime activity? What does your character do? And you might say, oh, well, I'm concerned that we're going to be attacked on the road, so I'll be lookout. And another person might say, oh, well, we're going to see a noble, so I'm going to work out the appropriate greeting, things like that. And I implemented that into when I played Dragon Age Origins. So, let's say, oh, we're heading from Redcliffe to the Circle. What are you going to do in that time? Because obviously it doesn't take, however many seconds for the little blip to go across the map. It takes, in-game, weeks, maybe even months, depending on how far you're traveling. So, yeah, we're heading from Redcliffe to the Circle. What do you do? Well, we know that the Circle was apparently going through a lot of bother, so my mage will prep some healing spells, this, that, and t'other. And I implemented that in Mass Effect 1. It's not something I really talk about because, to be blunt, it doesn't really do anything. It just makes me feel a little bit closer to the character. It's just something I enjoy thinking about, like, oh, I wonder what Naomi did during this time. And something I would keep going back to is that Naomi would hang out in the medbay. She was absolutely having weekly therapy sessions with Chakwas. Right now she's on bi-weekly therapy sessions. She is on bi-weekly therapy sessions. She needs them. But she was having therapy sessions and, oh, well, we just left the Citadel, so maybe we got some medical supplies. Naomi would make sure that they were brought to the medbay, things like that. I always imagined that Naomi would spend a great deal of her time interacting with Chakwas, so I can believe that. It somewhat annoys me as a player, but for Naomi, I'm like, yeah, this works. At no point did I ever think, oh, Naomi will hang out with Joker. Naomi will hang out with Joker, because there was nothing about his personality that really drew her in. She respected him, but like I said, there was nothing about him that she was like, oh yeah, he's really interesting. I need to go have a chat with him. I need to see what he's about, this, that, and the other. Now, you could always say, oh, well, clearly it was in between games. They became friends in between games. And that would be fine as long as they wrote their friendship in a way that was believable. And that's the issue I'm having. With Mass Effect 1, something I really admired was how they developed the friendships between Shepard and their crew. It felt very believable to me. It felt very realistic. And with Joker and Chakwas, we've skipped all that, and it's just like, they're best friends now. They are best friends now. Do you not feel that bond of friendship? And I'm like, no, because there's been no setup. And to be blunt, at least with Chakwas, we got that scene of them drinking and having a detailed conversation, and I appreciated that. With Joker, we've got nothing except banter. And to be honest, if you're trying to write a friendship, a believable friendship, and the only way you can do it is by having their every interaction be witty banter, in my opinion, that is the literary equivalent of getting some keys and jingling it in front of a baby's face going, shiny, shiny, look at the shiny, 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 I'm not actually putting any thought into this, but don't you like the shiny? Like, that's, to me, that's what this feels like. Joker and Shepard's relationship feels completely disingenuous at this point. I simply don't believe it, because we haven't seen any scenes of them talking, having a deep, you know, impactful conversation. Hell, if they just had one scene where you went up to Joker and he was like, hey, I was just about to go get some lunch. Do you want to come to the mess hall and hang out with me? And you could have a serious conversation. I'm going to be honest, it feels like they've dumbed Joker down from a 3-dimensional character to a 2-dimensional character in the hopes of, you know, making their friendship seem more believable. Like, in the first game, you could at least chat with him about his Rolex syndrome and how desperate he was to not be viewed as a charity case. That aspect of his personality was extremely interesting, and I wanted to know more about that. And all we're getting is witty banter. We're best friends now. And I'm just like, it feels disingenuous. It feels extremely disingenuous to me. And I'm having a lot of trouble with that. I don't believe that they're friends. Like I said, it just feels hollow, shallow. It's frustrating because as I was saying, I don't like feeling like I'm bashing my head against the game to try and roleplay. I don't like that feeling. I like my roleplay to go hand in hand with the game. I was actually told recently that I planned this out too much and that it makes the Let's Play hard to watch. And with all due respect, the first half of that comment made me laugh because this is a blind Let's Play. I didn't plan out shit. And to be fair, I never do. I find planning out a character extremely dull. I don't want to be in a place where I'm like, oh, this has happened. Naomi will react with X. This has happened. Naomi will react with Y. This has happened. Naomi will react with X. Like, that seems incredibly dull to me. That seems extraordinarily dull. All of Naomi's personality traits are based off of what happened in Mass Effect 1. All I do when I am preparing a character, I create their backstory, and I have a few set personality traits, just a couple, to give me something to springboard off of. And then everything else is based off of what the game presents me. That's how I plan out games. To be perfectly blunt, if I had known what was going to happen in Mass Effect 2, if I had known that Shepard was forced to join Cerberus and this, that, and t'other, I would have gone with the ruthless background for Naomi. I wouldn't have gone with the sole survivor. I would have gone with ruthless because I think that would... The Earthborn fits perfectly fine. Like, that hasn't caused any issues. It's the sole survivor. You have personal beef with Cerberus. Why the fuck is Shepard going along with this so willingly? That makes no sense. That's where I'm having issues. If I had known all of this beforehand, I would have gone with the ruthless background. Because I think that would have worked a lot better, just like, hey, I don't particularly like you, but I don't have personal beef with you. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I'm willing to work with you for the time being. Like, that would have worked so much better. And I do like my roleplay to be in harmony with the game. It's like, the one headcanon I have for Naomi is that she was orphaned at 13 rather than being orphaned at birth. And I did some research to see if that would work, because I didn't want to say that and then there's a quest where Shepard's mum comes in and is like, oh, I'm sorry I abandoned you on those church steps when you were a baby. Because then, you know, my story of like, oh, she was abandoned at 13, that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. However, I looked it up, no, nothing like that. So my headcanon, it works its way in. It's very inoffensive. It doesn't affect the game in any major way. I want my roleplay to be cohesive with the game. But unfortunately, because I didn't know that Cerberus was such a large point of the second game, I'm not in cohesion with the game. I am fighting with the game at points because I want to play the character as I want to play the character. And if that makes the Let's Play difficult to watch, I'm gonna say something that I said in the first episode. Thank you for checking out this Let's Play, but it may not be the one for you. This is how I have fun. Me role-playing Naomi is how I have fun. If me having fun makes the game difficult to watch, then this may not be the Let's Play for you. I'm not going to apologize for having fun. I'm not going to do that, simply put. And I should just say, I am having fun. I take issue with some of the writing directions that they've gone. Like I said, the forced friendship with Joker that doesn't feel genuine or sincere to me. I take issues with that. However, for the most part, I am having fun. I don't want you to, you know, be sat there thinking, oh my god, she's miserable. Like, trust me, if I hated the game, I would say that I thought it was shit. If I thought it was shit, I would say so. I don't think that at all. I think there are some questionable writing choices, and I'm a bit miffed that they've gone for more of a set protagonist, but for the most part, I am having fun. I am having fun. However, I'm going to continue trying to roleplay Naomi as I think she should be roleplayed. I'm very stubborn. I'm very stubborn. I will not let that go. I will continue roleplaying her as I think she should be played. Now then. This ended up being more of a talky episode. My apologies there. In the next one, I promise I will actually start the round of squad member talks. I promise. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.